colors that you can't get.
Okay, right in the middle of
Hmm.
the sentence.
Niobium.
Niobium. Um, you can't you can't weld it or solder it. So you have to buy the wire. You can anodize it yourself to get the colors, but I think they have sheet available too.
Hmm.
But you can get
Is
pink
it
and blue and purple.
is it is it a brittle material?
No, no, it's
No.
wire.
Hmm.
It's not as easy to work as silver.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe like brass, although it's been a long time since I've used brass wire. But and it if you scratch it, it can take off the anodized layer,
Ah,
but
okay, got it.
you don't want to be pounding on it. But it
Hmm.
it makes nice earrings,
Right.
uh, or ear wires, I should say.
Yeah.
And um,
I was thinking about that because there's one design that I make that sells well, and but I can't wholesale it if I'm using my 22 karat bezel metal around the stone. And I was looking into the ear wires are about $57, right? So and if we're talking wholesale, um, it makes it with the metal around the stone also, it's over $100 with the materials, the cost of the stone. So I was looking at other materials, and as far as the earwire goes, that's like a white metal.
uh,
And I did actually make some all silver earrings for a gallery. And I made something that I liked, and so it's kind of an experiment, but I just used sterling silver. But somebody had suggested argentium, which you could harden but
well,
but
that's
yeah,
more that you put it through the flame to make the argentium come to the top, so to speak.
uh, right.
But
Okay.
niobium, you don't do that.
Right.
I think a pair of the ear wires, it's like $2 to $3.
Right. Which is just such a huge difference than 18 karat
Oh
gold.
yeah, I'm not sure if that's what I remember as the wholesale one or not. But
Mhm.
there is a what is the company? Reactive Metals. They sell
Yes.
them
Oh, I know
pretty
it.
cheap.
Yep, I know it.
But I think through that, if you really get a bulk order, they're like 50 cents a piece or something.
Yeah. I don't tend to get bulk orders,
No,
but
but I'm just saying, they're the only ones
they're
that have all the colors.
right, right. But I mean, I just, would want a silver looking.
Uh,
I don't want
then
something that looks like gold.
you would get the unaltered wire. It
Uh-huh.
looks like antique silver.
Right,
I
right.
think they put it down as being gray, but that's the raw wire color or whatever.
Hmm. Got it. But gold has gone down quite a bit. I mean, it's still, 100% more than it was before January 20th, but
Yeah.
What's it selling
Well, I
for?
remember silver being $6 an ounce.
right. I'm sorry, Barry, what were you saying?
What's gold price now? Gold
Oh,
and silver?
let me just let's see.
And silver while you're at it.
Um, yeah, where did I put my phone down? Ah, here it is. Um, right now, let's see. Oh, silver is 47.16, so it went down, and gold. It's funny when I looked at it earlier, it was lower, but it's $3,937.20.
Ooh,
So
That's still
so
high.
it's down. It's down. But
That's
I'm gonna have to buy some. Um, so
I was listening to a discussion of investors,
mhm.
and they're saying that gold's going to be at least $50 soon. Oh, I'm sorry, 5,000. And
Yeah, but it was
silver
up.
is going
It
to go
was up
way up.
there. It was up there and then it went down. And I read, oh, this is a good time to invest in gold. No, it would have been, first of all, I think metals are stupid to invest in, and that's my opinion. But um, the time to have invested is when gold in, I don't know, 2001, it was $270 an ounce. Now's not the time now that it's high. And I think that people like to, there's no reason people are buying gold. Like we don't, you know,
Well, there is.
use,
You
it's
know,
not a hedge against inflation because we don't even use it as money
uh,
anymore.
the reason why it's attractive to people that invest, it's because it's a physical thing. Unlike Bitcoin and stocks, it's actually a physical thing. And so it'll always have a demand.
But you can't eat it,
No, it
you
just sits
know.
there.
Yeah, but what are you going to pay your plumber with gold? I mean, we
You'll
don't.
love it.
So the point is, it's the only difference between the cryptocurrency and gold is that gold actually has these physical properties that are,
Yeah.
is very malleable and this and that. But other than that, I mean, if there's the apocalypse and you have gold, it's going to be less useful than having an oxen.
I don't, in my case, I don't think either one is actually useful. An oxen, I don't think so.
Well, a cow, something.
Something you
Um,
can eat.
right.
Listen, if it got to that point, you're going to need guns and guards to guard your cow because it means food is scarce and people are gonna, they're gonna want it. So it's going to
You're
cost them
right.
in the long run.
You're absolutely right.
But that's not going to happen.
Ay, famous last words.
I'm not in the
Your
doom and
mouth to
gloom.
God's ear.
I'm not into the doom
What?
and gloom.
From your mouth to God's
Oh,
ear.
In fact,
yeah.
let me make a prediction here. I think this is going to be a good year, at least the first part of the year, because
Hmm.
in the past, when we've had other booms, stock booms, the dot-com thing, and there's been other ones, and now we're in the
This
midst
is this
of.
is different. This is different because
It's not different
our
because it's
democracy, it
numbers.
is,
It's not
no, it's
different.
not just numbers. When
It's
people are
a
starving in the streets
Nobody's
and,
starving in the streets in America.
Yeah,
excuse
yes,
me,
they are.
SNAP
Yes, they
benefits. I
are.
mean, come on.
Of course they are.
Please.
Either
If
I
you
that
don't
or they
believe
can't
it, then,
afford to pay their
I don't
health
see it.
insurance.
well, there's that too.
Well,
Hi,
like
Larry.
I said,
Hi,
there's active duty
first time here.
military standing in food bank lines. So,
Did anyone see that our fearful leader has decided to ignore the court's order to uh, fund SNAP?
yeah,
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, I know the state of New Mexico is going to come through for people, and the same thing with healthcare. New Mexico has had the highest subsidies for ACA of any state previously, and now they still will have subsidies. And so my health insurance actually isn't going to go up, which is kind of amazing. It's sick that it's state by state because there are other people who, their health insurance is going up to like unaffordable rates.
That's right.
And and it's just such a disgusting and the thing is, we as
Democrats and
artists,
Republicans.
right.
And
And as artists,
that's going to affect the midterms and then the next presidential election.
well,
Probably
let's hope.
affects a lot of the southern states that are
You'll
red
see.
more than the northern states.
You'll see.
So,
We'll see. He did the one thing that he gave technology companies carte blanche to do whatever they want. and which has propped up the stock market, which has made a lot of people a lot of money.
Mhm.
And that's and those are always the people that buy our artwork. So
I don't know what you're talking about anymore. I mean, this is like DEF CON 5.
you have, let's say you have
I have facts and I have numbers. So it's
um,
okay if you want to disagree. You have that right.
I'm doing the La Quinta art celebration for the first time
Ah,
in next week, but I'm very worried because about 30% of the Coachella Valley that it's in are
hmm.
Canadians, and they
Yep.
all own winter homes there. And whether or not they're going to show up, probably not. So
listen,
how
Right.
that goes.
of any art fair that I've ever done in 40 years, that area had the most money of any area. And those
It
people
does.
still have a
But like
lot
I
of
said,
money.
like 30% in the past have always been Canadians.
Right.
And so whether or not they are going to be wintering it in the Coachella Valley, we will
Mhm.
see.
If that show is
Um,
not so good, and I haven't kept track of it in the last couple of years, it's because of the way it's run, not because it was in this one place forever and run by certain people, same person, same people, and it was great. And then they moved it and somebody else took over, and then they had two shows, and I hear it's not the same as it used to be. So. And when shows go
ex
downhill, it isn't like one year, they keep going down.
but
So
who knows? Excuse me, Larry. I'm in Santa Fe. I do a local artist market here, and while we're seeing less international visitors, we're seeing tons of people from all over the country. So maybe you won't have your Canadians, but maybe you'll have more people who are maybe afraid to leave the country and they're staying in the US. And I
Right.
mean, that's a very beautiful area and it's a great time of year. So,
Mhm.
maybe it'll shift towards a different group of people. It's possible. Uh, I've
We will
seen
see.
some international tourists, but it's completely down for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. But
But
it took me 7 times to try to get into the show and finally got in. So
mhm.
it's like, wow, timing could have been a little bit better, but oh well.
now
Well,
here's
but you
the
know what? People with money though will like I find that people are looking for an escape and they see, beautiful art and if they can afford it, I think they will still buy it. What do you do?
Glass.
Glass. Okay.
Yeah.
Functional or sculptural?
Mostly wall art. I do
Oh, okay.
it's fused glass, but it doesn't look like traditional glass. It's
Yeah,
mostly
yeah.
opaque, and
Uh-huh.
it's all wall art. And I
Right.
do have some versions of them in platters and trays, but for the
Hmm.
most part, not functional.
well,
Right.
Mark Lewinsky does that show and he kills it.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah, he does.
And I'm sure shipping is important at that show because people
Yes,
are visiting.
right.
But I hope it goes really well for you and it can. It's possible,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
I mean,
People they're loyal and they tend to buy from the same
mhm.
people every year. So since you being a newbie at the show, you might have if you did it 3 years in a row, maybe it'd
right.
be better the third year.
I do other
Yeah,
shows in
but
the area though, so they may know me from other shows. I do them in Palm Springs, and there's a 1 day show 8 times a year in La Quinta, Old Town, and I do those. So I am recognized at least. So hopefully we'll see.
I would
yeah.
do it again, but I can't drive 3,200 miles anymore.
No,
And then 3,200 miles back.
no,
I
that's
can't
why
do it
I
anymore.
don't venture outside of California other than I've done Park City, the Kimball.
Hmm. What do you do in California?
Mostly they're in the desert or San
Uh-huh.
Diego.
Okay.
There's three nice shows in San Diego by the same organization. And
Hmm.
then also I've done Palo Alto and
Oh
and
yeah.
then Beverly Hills is kind of my mainstay because I'm there. And
Uh-huh.
So I've done very well there.
Hmm.
And except the last one, the one that just happened, I got a big
Hmm.
zero. First time ever.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And the previous one I did spectacular. The mayor bought my biggest, most expensive piece, and it's hanging in the library. And
That's
this time,
congratulations.
nope.
But
So
sometimes because it's close to you, sometimes it's like advertising and we don't know what we're putting out there and we'll get it back,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So
So, but right. So maybe next time that the Beverly Hills happens twice a year. So
I
I,
used to do contemporary craft market at the Santa
yes,
Monica Civic Center.
yeah, that's gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
cousin used to do that, and so I've only been showing now for about 4 years, and
Ah.
so I'm just kind of getting rolling, really.
Well, I
Doing
think
the
it's
whole
great that
deal.
you have so many shows within a short drive because really that's, you know, people always say, is this show good or not? But it's the farther the show is, the more you need to make in the end
Yep,
because it just costs more. And
sure.
so
Yeah.
it's I
The La
think a
Quinta show is a
good
4-day show. And so
Mhm.
between setup and tear down and leaving late,
Lodging,
I do 6 nights. So it gets it can get a little pricey.
right?
So
Absolutely.
and also they take 20%. So
Yeah, that's yeah.
but
So I I'd want to give them $200,000 because that means that I would do 1 million.
there you go.
It's just a
I'd be
matter of
happy to, yes.
perspective.
Yeah,
I would want to give them as much money as possible.
that is true. That is true. Yep.
It's not a nonprofit. That's my problem with,
No, it is
you know,
not. It's a
yeah.
Scope is the name of the company.
Ah,
Do
I
they still
used to
take
do
the money?
King's.
I think they
Hmm?
don't they take the money? Or or
No, now they do they've got a app that ties directly into your Square
oh, okay.
and or and so it charges it and then the money goes to you first, but then they know exactly how much.
That yeah. Before it was voluntary. You took the
Yes.
money and you paid them, your
Yeah.
20%.
The Southwest Art Show, which is totally dived in the last several years. That one you use their book and
Oh
they have
yeah.
to show their receipts on the way out the door, and then that's how they know.
Is that the one in Indio?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did it 4 years ago, and it was good. And then every year it's dropped and dropped and dropped, and there've been less advertising, and they keep moving it around to different
uh,
locations in the polo fields, and
uh,
it's hard to find. People, you can't drive
okay.
by and see it. You have to know in advance,
Mhm.
and there's no advertising. So
I
it's
did
just
it years. Yeah, I did it years ago, and I only did it. I wanted it. I used to live in California. I wanted it to be even an adequate show, but I just couldn't even justify going back because there were no
no,
people there.
right. Yeah, it's a beautiful, it's the big giant lawn. I
Hmm.
had lots of space. They give you 12 by 12s, and I so people and fairly cheap to add additional booths. So you can do
And
a second or four booths even, and for a reasonable price. But there's nobody there. So and
and I remember there were the executive porta potties.
oh yes, that's porta potty. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's all good. Uh,
right.
they took they take 15% at that show, and
Uh-huh.
but it's and they're bussing in a bunch of fairly old people, and they all go, "Oh, I wish I had space for something on my walls, but I don't."
Ah,
And so they're there to have a nice day out, and that's about it. And so
right.
the sales barely cover my expenses. So
Uh-huh.
I'm not doing it this year.
Yeah.
I'll contact the artists who were in it later on and say, how did it go? And see if I want to come back, perhaps. But
I pulled up your a website. Well, actually, the one for La Quinta,
uh-huh.
and I enjoyed looking at your primary colors.
I do have a lot of bright colors. Yes,
Uh, per, Perhaps it's just what people need to see is bright colors.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, I actually made a set just recently that weren't in the primary. So I thought, well, maybe some people don't want that, and so I did kind of similar designs, but not colorful. We'll see how it goes. So there are a lot of shows out in the desert way. There's three in Palm Springs, and then there's a couple other smaller ones also out in that way. And then the La Quinta does 8 or 9 single day shows throughout the winter, and I'm doing 4 of those. They're kind of a pain because they're one days, but you it's possible to drive in the morning and leave at night. Although the setup is at 6 a.m., so it's
Ouch.
yeah, so it's tough to. So I just spend the night there and then I drive home the next day. So it's one day.
Well, I got my first rejection of the year.
Really?
We celebrate.
Mhm.
And
No, no,
what
it's just business.
what show
You
is
know,
that?
I never applied before, but it was a Winter Park.
Winter Park?
Hmm.
It could be good and it could not be that good.
Well, I've never tried it. I've never applied to it, and so I guess I won't know.
I've done it off and on for
Mhm.
years.
Uh,
I
I mean,
don't always get in.
part of me is relieved because the logistics of getting there, considering uh the traffic controller situation, I
Well,
don't
that's
Yeah,
know, especially
wait a second. Are you talking about the fall show or the spring show?
spring show.
The spring show is the art
right,
show.
spring.
Yeah, I mean
Yes, spring.
the traffic control situation will be under control by then.
I hope so.
That's
Maybe, maybe
March.
not.
If the government, though, the government has to get going again.
That's right.
That's a long way off.
It's a 25-hour drive, so flying would be a better option. But anyway, I don't have to worry about it anymore because,
If you
yeah.
can fly into Sanford,
Well, I got rejected, so I'm not flying
okay,
anywhere.
right. But Sanford is a really small
Hey,
airport, the same distance from Winter Park as the Orlando airport. Actually,
Yeah,
it's
but
closer.
Orlando has a direct flight though, so that's, you
hey,
know, key.
hey, Allison, have you ever done
Yeah.
Coconut Grove?
No.
If you were going to go from where you are to Florida, I would do Coconut Grove before Winter Park.
Well,
You have a
um,
greater chance of doing really well there.
yeah, I don't know. With my work, it's
I'm saying with your work,
yeah, I don't know.
I do.
Come on.
Some people have said other than that. So,
Well, I don't know. I've done it off and on
Well,
for
we don't listen to those other people.
nobody listens to me,
well,
so it doesn't matter.
it-
So, but I've done it a lot. I've done it.
uh,
It's the one good show. It's the only show where I'm one of the cool kids because
uh,
Oh, the
it's
cool kids.
yeah. At Coconut Grove, I'm one of the cool kids because
Because you
um,
get in.
I get in. Yeah, not so much. The other ones, it's once in a while. In fact, in a week, we might. I think Fort Worth is the 11th.
The
Fort
And
Worth
deadline.
is a week from today.
yeah, a week from today. So we'll either be celebrating or going, I got robbed. I'm not one of the
I
cool
don't
kids.
I don't apply to that one. It just never it's a I think a very good show. It never panned out for me.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's the busiest show I've ever done, but
Yeah.
yeah, I did it a couple times. I won an award once, and it just some shows are like that. There's nothing wrong with the show itself. It's
Yeah.
Back,
just,
back in
and
the
I still, yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Well, I was going to say back in the early 90s, they used to have 2 jury dates. And if you got rejected, you could reapply.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
Well, that doesn't
because we
exist
used to
anymore.
get in every year in the 90s. And sometimes it was the second jury date.
hmm
Yeah, those days are over. I used to get into everything every year too.
I almost drove down to Fort Worth this afternoon. Jury starts tomorrow. Almost, and
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
first day of jury is open. I seriously considered driving down there.
hmm
Well, the thing with Coconut Grove is that the jury is all artists that do art fairs.
hmm But how
So
many of them are jewelers, right?
it
That's the
doesn't
thing.
matter. It doesn't,
Yeah, it does because
plenty.
a lot of people don't know anything about jewelry, the history. They don't know if they're looking at something that's derivative. I could look at something and say, so and so has been doing this for 30 years.
Yeah, but listen,
But a lot of jurors don't know that.
you've done this for a long
But
time,
you can,
so I'm sure there are
Allison, you can
people.
say that about every single medium.
Yeah,
You
that's
can say the
true.
Exactly.
same thing about
Yes,
every single medium.
That's
I
true.
agree. I agree.
There was at least one
But that
juror,
says
one
some that
judge.
says something. There's really no standards to jurying. Like, each show is different. Some are more transparent than others. But as far as guidelines, and I know some shows have guidelines, but still, I mean, it's considering there's not going to be, I mean, some jurors just have a wide breadth of knowledge and might be qualified to jury all
Yeah,
craft
they're
or,
cool kid jurors.
okay.
Gee.
Well, but a lot of people don't know anything about jewelry techniques, um, and what is derivative or not, because a lot of things have been done before. So, um, anyway, you just roll the dice and that's all you can do. Sometimes having something that where people say, "Oh, that looks different." Sometimes that's not a good thing, but what are you going to do?
You should you should be a jeweler. I mean a juror.
Yeah, I should because
Well,
I'm very
well, we all should be
No,
people
not
sitting
me.
critical.
here. We're all knowledgeable.
Not me. No, I mean I'm knowledgeable, but I have too much invested in my clients.
Yeah, yeah.
It
So
wouldn't
so
be
basically
fair.
Wait a
you
minute.
recuse. No, he's recusing himself, which is
I
Right.
get
reasonable.
that. Do you think that's any different than having a judge that you've known for 35 years because you've been next to them off and on for all that time, so
Or
they
you
know you're
slept with them.
no. Now that could work against you. So, you don't want that.
Well, I got my first acceptance today.
Congratulations to
Which
what?
was
Oklahoma City.
cool.
All right.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to, depends on what happens next week. I'm not sure I
Seth
want to
Seth was one of the jurors at Coconut Grove.
huh?
Seth, who
Yeah.
run, he was one of the jurors at Coconut Grove. Seth runs Oklahoma City, or he's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do a craft show at the local Shriners Center next Sunday.
Uh-huh. And supposed to. You
Yeah,
don't want to?
no,
Oh,
it's too
Bring your
much work.
guitar.
It's too much work not to make any money.
Bring your guitar.
right.
Put your guitar case out.
No, it's not that. Then I have to leave Elvis at home for like
Oh,
6 hours.
do you have to? You can
Yeah,
take him with you.
no,
Can't take him with you.
no.
I'm doing a church bazaar on Saturday.
And what are the prospects?
Who knows?
Sometimes it works,
I
and
only lost $10 when I did the one
that's
10 days ago. But
because it cost you
this
ten
one
dollars
costs
to
ten
get
dollars.
there and eat.
This
Well,
one
then it
costs ten
costs you a
dollars more
day
than
of
the
your
last one.
time.
Ah,
I mean,
That could go either way.
I did my local church a couple of years ago, and I made back my booth fee. That was
I've
it.
been doing all right. I've been doing all right at the local artist market. It had been a slow drip until about August, later August, and it's picked up, and it was very slow this last Saturday, but sometimes the right people show up, and I'm finding because I'm doing more of them this year, and it goes from March through December, that people are remembering me, and um so I'm getting the people who've seen me, and then they happen to come back and they see me again and realize they might want something. So that's been a positive.
I had a lady call me up yesterday. She wanted to buy a couple of prints from my website, and I quoted her the price that I used to sell them at art shows for. And she said, "No, I want the smaller ones." And I said, "That is the price for the smaller ones."
Yeah, that's a problem. Can be a problem.
So
Yeah.
yeah, well, I'm having that problem when people want like a custom ring that's all gold. And I have to look everything up and then quote them. Now I know enough that I can give them a range without even looking anything up. But it's 100% higher than it was, so people are kind of shocked at that and
Well,
not expecting to spend that kind of money. But um so now I have at least some price where I could kind of let people know, so they have some idea of the realm that they're looking into.
What if they supply the gold?
See, most people have 14 karat gold, and a lot of times if it's like, I don't know, old chains and things, there could be solder in it. And so what I do instead of using their gold is I will send it into a refiner, and I'll give them credit towards their gold. I just did that recently. So they don't get a check back, they get credit. And then they have that to use. And then let's say they could either buy an existing piece or something custom, but I still have to charge sales tax. And so, if their credit is $800 or $2,000, that won't ever expire. They can just use it as they want to. So that's how I'm handling it. I have used people's gold and melted it down, but it really just depends. Mostly it's just hard to tell exactly. Not everything is stamped, and I can test it, but it's safer to just send it in because you don't know what the other alloys might be.
Yeah. I still have my wife's wedding ring.
Uh-huh.
And we got the ring from what's his name? David from Vermont. I forget his last name. Um,
Oh. Hmm.
we did shows with him. And we got
Uh-huh.
stone from a stone dealer. It's just under a full carat, and it's a really nice diamond.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But they only offered me $1,500 the last time I took it in to see what it was worth.
Oh.
So,
For the ring, or just the material, like often you can get a better deal if you sell the whole
well,
existing
that's what it
ring.
was, so, for the ring.
Right.
But I
Okay.
didn't
Okay.
want to
Not
sell it for 1,500.
right.
I'd
Right.
rather keep it because
Yeah.
that could be an emergency cash fund.
Right. Depending on what gold is doing.
Right.
Yeah. But that sounds, I guess that's a lowball kind of price,
Well, it is, but
you know.
it's the name of the place is Treasure Hunt,
Uh-huh.
and it's a chain of places that
Mm.
you can sell your gold and silver back.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so what I do is my customers get back 96% of the pure. So 14 karat gold is, let's say, 55% gold. So you have a piece that weighs a certain amount, but only 55% of it is pure gold. But they'll get 96% minus $35, which is what my refiner charges to assay the metal. So they're, I mean, it's basically like a service I'm providing, and that's why they don't get cash back, because I'm not making any money if I were to just give them the money back. but it instead it incurs a sale on my end. So it's a good deal. It's a good deal for the customer.
And for you.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
How are things going at Art in the High Desert?
Well, it's been kind of nice to take a little break
Hi,
from,
Karen.
hi there, from all the business that has to be done. But we're about to ramp up here very soon. So I've just been missed a few meetings here. Sorry about that. Hope you guys are doing all well. I just needed to take about a month off because I was
Right,
really
you had a whole run of shows.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and and you get so focused when you have a schedule like that, when it's virtually back to back. Um, Coming home was great, but it's taken me a little bit to catch up, recover, unpack, and all the other things, you know. So we getting ready to start up again.
Mhm. So, is still going to be a Friday evening situation?
Oh, it pretty much has to be because as far as
Yeah,
the opening
the
night,
park.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's the park that makes the rules.
right. I understand that.
Yeah, but we are delighted that we have some parking solutions, which is going to be way better. So
Good.
we've been chipping away at that parking issue for like 3 years now, and I think finally something is opening up that's going to work better.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm getting ready to start working on the NAIA Winter Zooms. Does anybody have suggestions for topics?
How
Tell
about
me more
put them
about,
on YouTube?
well, there's that.
No, they won't be.
Tell me more about what kind of issues the NAIA handles. I don't know what's appropriate to
Well,
ask.
I actually, okay, I think what Karen means is start out with doing something that gives the NAIA credibility because nobody knows who you are.
Okay, well, we've been doing the Ask a Director, and that's for the people that have bothered to show up and be there. They've really liked it.
Well, I've been there.
I think the point is the NAIA is an organization, National Association of Independent Artists,
Mhm.
that, for example, during COVID, when people paid their booth fee,
Yep,
the NAIA advocated for getting booth fees back.
that's
Mhm.
what
They
I
also
know. Yeah, right.
they advocate for certain levels of fairness across shows. I mean, Court, you could speak more to it, but I think that's what was being asked. What is the NAIA? What's their mission? That kind of thing.
How can
Am
we
I
help
right?
you?
A lot of
Yeah.
people still think it's the big red dot, but it's a lot more than that.
You know, our one of our primary missions is education. So last year we did two directors panels. We did one jury panel. We did Marjolin Vanderhart talked about marketing, was excellent. Chris Dahlquist talked about multiple streams of income, also excellent. We did one where I had a panel of artists talk about changing mediums. I think that was pretty much it that we did last year.
So
So
what are some of the things you'll be doing this year?
um, do at least the Ask a Juror and Ask a Director are probably going to become permanent every
Hmm.
year because it really fits in, you know, I mean, I talk to artists all the time. They talk about jury this or jury that, or my booth shot this, my booth shot that. So I think those are really helpful.
What's the
Yeah.
logic with not sharing all those videos?
Two reasons. Well, actually three. One is I'm not just going to put a raw video out there, so it needs to be edited. And honestly, we don't have the manpower to edit them. So that's the least of the reasons, but that's one reason. The second reason is these are meant to be interactive. They're meant to be a discussion.
Yeah, but artists can learn from it.
And the one of the primary reasons is I want artists to feel free to speak up and ask questions and not get flack later because somebody watched the video online and didn't like it. So
Mm.
those are the reasons. Now
Okay,
the
well,
emerging artist Zooms that Bonnie and I do this year will be recorded and will get put on YouTube.
okay, that's good. So I saw something at a show in Illinois that bothers me, and I don't know what I really think about it. It was a textile artist from a foreign country who had a sponsor, and their work was incredible, and the display in the booth was the graphics were very well done. But I always ask myself the question is that did this man do the work or did the village do the work? And I just struggle with it. You know, how are they
Just go to the
here
website.
participating? And, you know, of course they got a prize, which is like, that's okay. I mean, the work was really well done. But
Did they do it?
it's like I have to start to ask the question, and I don't like to have to start to ask the question.
Who's the artist?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Was the work, let's see, innovative and contemporary, or was it kind of historical and
Well, it
tra
certainly drew on their cultural roots. And he
right?
described the process of the natural dyeing and the weaving and the rug making, and all that was, you know, well documented. And I
Hmm.
appreciated that because that's the educational part. But again, it's just like, I don't understand why he's being sponsored and being here as a guest from a foreign country. How does that work? Who does that?
Who sponsored him?
Well, it was a woman, and she was a U.S. citizen. They were not married, but I've seen that with the Nicaraguan pottery too.
Hmm.
And I just really don't know what to think about it.
I've seen that with Tuareg jewelry
Yeah.
as well. Um, so I guess it depends upon the show also.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it sounds like they
that's
should.
the discouraging part.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like
Hmm.
they shouldn't be part of the show.
Well,
Well, it depends on, you know,
I
what that
mean,
show's.
who told him about art shows as a venue for selling your work?
The
anyway,
sponsor.
so it goes back to one, the director and the education of the jurors. And here we go. You know, how do we educate the
Well,
jurors?
no,
How do
I
we
mean,
find
what?
jurors?
Who told him to apply to the show?
It's
Well,
the sponsor.
the
It's the
sponsor.
person who's
Yeah.
getting a cut, who's bringing that person.
Hmm.
Or,
They might not be getting a cut. You don't really know the situation. I mean,
oh, she's going to do it. They're going to do it for nothing. They're going to bring somebody here, pay for them to be here, stand with them in the booth and get nothing. I don't think so.
you never no, you never know. There are all kinds of situations. So I mean, I guess this is besides the point of this discussion anyway, but I don't think we could make presumptions with that. The point is, you know, there are shows that have international artists, right? But I think Karen's question is this person actually making the work or is it the whole village? And then then we have our villages make our work for it? You know what I mean? That's I think what she's
Well, some
asking.
of
Is that
us
correct?
already do.
Listen, there's nobody in this group that agrees with Karen Moore and feels the same thing than me. And I've been grappling with this for years and years and years.
Well,
No,
actually, the issue is,
getting
does
worse.
that give me permission to have a village to help do my work? And maybe it does. Maybe
Exactly.
I'm
Well,
more than one.
that's what I was just saying.
Can I
Yeah.
have my,
Yeah.
listen, I eat in this Thai restaurant. I know these people are from Thailand, and his family's in the import export business, and he tells me, "Hey, give him the pieces, and he'll have them made in Thailand and come back." So if that's allowed, then I should be able to do that too.
But
Now,
there are shows that will allow that. Not the shows you do, but there are shows that would allow that.
no, the shows that I do or that I try to get into are like that. Hey, Fort Worth's like that. I mean, there's a lot of shows you can find these people. And I stopped complaining about it a long time ago, but there are people that actually get online and complain about this, and the question never gets answered.
Hmm.
Even if they get eliminated for a couple of years, they keep coming back. Before COVID, we had a really good handle on this, and then after COVID, like, oh, they're back, they're all back.
Mhm.
Look at the spaces at the best shows are they're premium. There's hardly any. It's finite. And those are precious spaces. And if one of those people get in, um, they're taking my space or they're taking
Mhm.
Kurt's space. They're taking anybody here's space.
But and then we go back to, well, then shows have to follow their own rules that they have in their prospectus. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've talked about this at NAIA, and
Ad nauseum.
we are, I don't remember which one of our board members came up with it, but we're not the art show police. We can help educate shows. We can help, I think, getting rid of the long-standing us versus them or artist versus show attitude, and that we're all in this together. One of the things that we've done with the director Zooms, I mean, I know it from talking to other artists, especially newer artists. I know I felt this way for a long time, but there's artists that are afraid to talk to a director.
Mhm.
They're
Because they don't want to be
afraid,
blacklisted.
and the directors are there to help the artists in most cases. Now, just like there's a few asshole artists, there's some directors that aren't nice people and probably shouldn't be directing art shows. But I think those are few and far between. Um, most directors are there to help the artists. And if you have a question about, another artist, if you approach them in the right way and at the right time, then, I think you're going to be well received.
It depends upon the show, though, because I mean, I know somebody who has said that something to a director, because there was clearly a production artist, but they did nothing about it. So it all
Well, first of
depends.
all, the show has to have concrete evidence. They have to have proof beyond any doubt that it's happening.
Understand that.
Well,
They're
It's
going to
just that
get
a lot of times it's ignored.
they're
So
going
it
to get
depends upon.
sued.
if it looks like production wear, wouldn't that be enough to have them eliminated?
Now, because they'll get sued. But what needs to be done, and I've been saying this for 30 years, is the images have to be gone over before the results are sent out,
Mhm.
Yeah,
In
not
most
exactly.
after
cases,
the results are
That would
sent
be
out.
one way.
We have to do the homework. The
this
board
came up
members have
at
to.
this
Mhm.
has come up at one or two of the director Zooms we had, and all the directors said they go over everything
Well,
before the
I can
Well,
jury
but
tell
they
starts.
you,
need they need
I,
artist
I,
advisors because the directors don't know which are buy sell.
I can tell
Well,
Well,
you
I
that
think
I have looked at jewelers who get into shows, and I've looked at their jewelry images, and all I do is go to their website, and everything on their website is like super plain, not the style they're representing in their jewelry images, and that's what
Mhm.
they're selling at the show. I mean, it's like it's the easiest way, but it's a lot of work for directors to do. So yeah, somebody has to, help
They
with the
need
vetting.
You
artist
know,
advisors.
Yeah, so that's one of the advantages of the board for Art in the High Desert is that, we have a director who is an artist, but he's not an art fair artist. And we have board members who are artists who do other shows and are familiar with other artists. And so, yeah, we know we got to do the homework, but we
Yeah.
also have experience having done the shows about, yes, this is okay. No, that's not okay. Yeah, I
You
I
know,
realize it's important to do the homework. It's just kind of sad that I do see several of the B-level shows, I'll call them, struggling with their managing the show. Directors quit, volunteers, they don't come like they used to in years past. A lot of these communities are struggling to put these events on. And in order
Mhm.
to sell the booze, they are more willing to let things in than we would
Mhm.
like to see.
I
So
think we're
anyway,
talking about two different things, though.
I am,
I,
but
you know, but I think there's pretty much a good handle on buy sell. But what Karen's talking about is that fine line between having a group work on the work. I do all my own work. I do everything myself, and I'd like to see everybody do that, except maybe, well, like, glass blowers you need a couple people. You need, and there's some things that need more than one person to function. But I'm with Karen. I don't want to see a group. I don't want to see it made in a room with 20 or 30 people making the work, and then one person coming, actually representing the group, but actually selling work as their own. You know. And in terms of the Nicaraguan pottery, the guy that brought them there in the first place, now he has his own booth now. And here's the
Mhm.
thing, it takes a long time to get really good at that. So how does he get good without doing it every day, all the time?
well, I can't answer all those
Well,
questions.
I
Hey,
know.
Yeah.
I
It's
So
required.
remember a Sugarloaf story where there was a guy making wallets, leather wallets, and selling them to artists to sell at shows. And
Mm.
one of the leather workers didn't pay his bills, so the guy that made the wallets showed up at the Sugarloaf show to get money from him, and he turned them in to Deanne. All Deanne did was hand him an application so he could apply to the next show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shows are really reluctant. You're being unrealistic if you go to a show director and say somebody's buy sell, um, expecting them to be removed from the show. It's rarely going to happen.
You can't do it
Mhm.
then.
What will happen, however, is the director will look into it, and if the director finds enough proof that they are buy sell, when they apply again next year, their application doesn't get to the jury.
Mm. Well, in the meantime, I could use some cheering up. I've been feeling, I mean, I guess it's normal to expect to work really hard, do all those art fairs, come home and kind of crash. But
Yep.
I am looking for my creative spark, not finding it.
So am
And
I.
I'm trying to figure out to be patient with that internal process we go through. Uh,
Sometimes cleaning the studio and organizing can help.
that's
Or
exactly, yep.
and the other
Sometimes
thing
it,
would be, go ahead, sorry.
well, sometimes it means to not push it, but go take care of those household tasks that I've put off for 3 years that really need to get
Mhm.
done. And in the meantime, maybe I'll return to that place I like to be as a creative person.
Mhm.
But I'm struggling
One
with it
of
this year. So I
one of
tried to pivot. I'm going to do some teaching this year. I'm going to do 2 presentations to the guilds about going to Italy for textiles.
good.
And that's hard work, actually, getting ready to do a slideshow that will be recorded. Oh my
Yes,
God.
it is.
It's like writing a book. edit, 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 practice, practice, practice.
Yeah, I figure if I'm teaching, I'm putting 4 to 8 hours into every hour of presentation time.
Well, you're
Yeah.
doing really well. I'm putting far more time into it, mainly because I want to make sure I get names and dates and history places right. But yes, yeah, that kind of preparation is a different task. So that's what I'm doing. And then being asked to teach a workshop is kind of exciting. I get to do it like once every 3 years where there's someone's interested in a garment workshop with handwovens. And that too will take more preparation. But I'm thrilled to be sharing it. So,
Well, if you ever want to bounce things off of me, I've developed, quite a few workshops over the years. And even though we're different mediums, I'm happy to talk about my process because it does take a long time because you care enough to want the students to walk away, gaining knowledge and whatever else.
mhm. I do
So
have some questions about the tech equipment I need to do a PowerPoint presentation at a guild that has a large screen and I assume a projector. I'm just trying to figure out the equipment part.
you
And
should, if you need, well, if you have PowerPoint on your computer,
mhm.
Well, your
then
laptop has an output that goes to the projector.
Mhm.
Okay, that part should be easy enough. But here's the thing, my
some
laptop
some
is actually
is
pretty
old.
small screen, and I've gotten so used to using my second larger screen to actually read or see.
Mhm.
Well,
I'm thinking
look at
about,
it this way. You'll
I
be
got,
able to look at the projected image to read.
yeah, I don't think you get to see the notes though in the full
No, you don't.
full presentation mode. So I want to be able to read the notes. And my
Yes,
laptop
Well,
let
wait
me
a
almost too
just
minute.
tell
small.
you,
You can
excuse me,
read.
Karen, let me just tell you what I've done. I
Okay.
use my computer,
Yep.
right, to for the presentation.
Yes.
Let's just say it's plugged into their screen. Their screen
Yes.
shows the
Mhm.
The big
slideshow.
picture. Right.
On my screen, I can have so I know which picture's coming next. I can have that like, it'll all be kind of lined up
Mm-hmm.
because you'll be pressing the button to move it forward. And if you choose to have notes, those notes would be there too. So you would use your computer basically for your base and plug into their screen. Now I have
Mhm.
been in the situation where um, I've used, their equipment, but you can have the preview facing you so you can see it. Does that make sense what I'm
It
saying?
does, but my issue is that
You
the
can't
laptop
read
is
it.
so tiny that I really do need a
Change
second monitor hooked to my
change your
laptop.
screen resolution.
My screen resolution should be good.
No, not if you can't read it.
No, it's just a really small.
You
Wear
can still
reading
do that.
glasses.
You can still have a second monitor that you're looking at and
Yeah,
have the projection behind you.
I
You don't
think
even have to
No,
look at that.
no, not
That's
necessarily.
that's uh,
The laptop may only have one output for a second viewing
I
device.
I I have an adapter so I can have more than one.
yeah.
I think I do. I'll have to practice. Yeah. Oh, this tech stuff is hard.
You
But
just get used to having it behind you. You're not looking at that. You're
can't you
looking at your
raise the
own.
font?
Mm, I think the screen is no bigger than an 8.5 by 11 piece of
No,
paper.
that's not, doesn't matter.
Well, if
Do,
I raise the font, then I can't see the rest of the,
but you don't have to
yeah.
if it's projected properly.
No, I'm going to practice it. I'll get in touch with you if I
But you
get
can
stuck.
raise the
Karen,
font
give me a
just
call.
doing Control Plus.
You
Mhm.
can do it.
You'll figure it out.
Just figure it out.
What laptop do you have, Karen?
It's a ThinkPad, a Lenovo ThinkPad.
See, I can't use one that small because I can't see anything on a thing that small.
That's
Except,
the
well,
point.
except my phone. It's after I said that, I said, but I use my phone.
Well, no, it's just like when I use the ThinkPad, I use a second monitor that's much larger and I love it.
Well, you can always see about, I don't know if your husband has a computer or something you could borrow, because you could always put your PowerPoint on that.
That that all could
Now,
be projected on the monitor
yeah,
behind you or the screen
yeah.
behind you.
I
You don't have
actually
to
think
look at
I'm
that.
gonna take a day and go over and check out their equipment and see what I need to that's what I'll
See if
run
Karen, sometimes they have a laptop you can use and just bring your presentation in on a thumb
on a
drive.
flash drive. Yeah.
But yeah,
And
exactly. Perfect.
Hmm.
then you can plug it in. You've got the bigger screen. You can see everything.
Yeah. I'll go
That would be
find out.
ideal.
Have to be ready with all of that. So my other news is I decided to buy a few credits in a company that will take the image of a jacket and put it on a model with AI. And I want to do this for my website so I can have show the back, show the front on a model without having to hire a model and a photo shoot. And I'm just starting down that path, and I have to say it's imperfect because a lot of times the AI wants to actually change the garment, and I find that pretty frustrating. But I found
Hmm.
one company, instead of buying a full year subscription, where I can just, buy credits and I can try it for 12 times and use those credits. And I've been working with them. I've been sending them feedback about, hey, this is what your AI is doing. How do we instruct it to give me the brunette model, but don't change the coat? And so I'm encouraged the fact that they're actually listening to my issues, and we'll see where it goes.
Oscar has been doing that with his photos and room sets.
Well, that's much easier. And I think they look great. They really do. It
But
really gives the,
he was having the same issues with AI trying to change his artwork.
yes, yep. And how did you solve it, Oscar? How did you solve the AI changing the artwork?
He's muted.
You're muted, Oscar.
I keep wording it saying like I do not change the ratio, do not do any alterations or anything like that. The only thing they will not do that I find out for sure, you cannot do any people photography because it will change the faces of the people completely. And you cannot do nudes neither because they will not allow you to do nudes. Whenever you can see the face of the person, it will not allow you to do. But if you see anything that's real nude, it will not let you do it.
Interesting.
Yeah, Oscar's been using Chat GPT.
It is it's time consuming. Sometimes it gives you the same room, sometimes it doesn't. It you can do 10 images and it can take you literally 10 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand.
But I'm going to tell you, compared to the ones that I did myself,
Mm-hmm.
it is night and day.
Mm-hmm.
It is just amazing what it can do for you. Because if you don't have that much practice, it let you do things in side view, perspective view. It does everything really, really realistic. It looks like it was meant to be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're looking pretty nice. So
So
anyway, the clothing thing is harder. The model thing is harder. We'll see. Jury's out yet, but my decision. But I
I'm
had
going
to
to
try
tell
it.
you the thing with the people, because you got a model, that's the problem. And that's where it gets really complicated.
Well, I can actually give them a picture of just the coat on a
Yeah.
blank background, front and back. And so that one they can do. But if it's already on a model, that's when they get confused. Don't like that.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta run, folks. I'll talk to everybody later.
Okay,
All
nice
right,
to see
Kurt.
you.
See ya.
Bye.
You know, AI is in its infancy.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have those problems. Try try I've had this happen twice, once with UPS and once with FedEx, where they delivered the package to a different place and said they delivered it. So I call up and there's no human being that answered. It's the AI. And it really, and they have stock answers for specific things. And all I wanted to do was talk to a human being, which could have cleared it up in 30 seconds. And no, they wouldn't let me. There's, so I was trying different ways to ask the question so that they would transfer me to a human being, and they didn't, and I got frustrated, and the AI got pissed at me and hung up on me.
You should have said you wanted to set up an account.
Yeah, I've heard that
Hmm.
and then when they transfer you, you go, no, 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 I got this problem. I
Right.
had to get around the AI. So. You know, AI, they've only thought of certain things the AI doesn't really think. You think that it thinks, but it doesn't. It's still
It's
controlled by human beings.
pre-programmed
There's
answers.
limitations to it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, but that's comforting. I think it's comforting. The AI can't just, you know,
yeah,
gain new information except what's been fed to it in the first place.
yes.
And like, when AI can pick up humor and irony, that's when it'll be really scary.
Yeah, right.
Or sarcasm.
That's right. I was going to say
Right.
sarcasm. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Although I got a little impression that the AI was getting sarcastic with me because I'm trying to, I'm losing patience, and eventually it said, "I can't help you. I'm hanging up now. Call back later." It actually said that. I
I
ended
went through a
up.
similar situation over and over and over again. It was so frustrating with UPS. They lost one of my glass things I was shipping,
Yes, yeah,
and it was just trying to get a human to to do it was just crazy.
yes, exactly.
Mm.
I had that with FedEx. I ended up calling the company that was sending me the object, and they were really good. They worked it out. It was bubble wrap, and it's American Bubble Boy. I'll give them a plus because they were really good. And she says to me, I have to deal with this every morning. I have to call FedEx every morning and work out these problems.
Uh,
That's her main morning task is to undo the stuff that AI is not capable of doing.
Or that AI learned the night before.
yeah.
They finally put a picture of my entryway on the package so that the guy that delivered it could say, "Really?" And then he said, "Oh, okay, now I know where you are. The next time,
Wow.
Uh, but it's frustrating because it's a 30-second phone call. No, it's got to be 10 or 15 minutes or a half hour.
To tell you the AI that using it for the year or so, it does so much for me, and I can use it more like a web browser. Like if you want to find out things or how to create the guidelines to do a plan for how to do a post for Instagram, how to do a Facebook post,
Yeah.
all these things, how to improve your website, how to, it's generic stuff, I know, but it's really, really, really helpful. I can see where it is. The more you use it, the better it is to me.
Did
I've
I
been
tell
using
you
it.
did I tell you I changed auto insurance last week?
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about that. Where
I'm gonna try what
I
you
kept
what you
okay, I
said.
kept seeing these things pop up.
Yeah.
You don't need an agent.
Yeah.
And I was able to save like $700 a year
Yeah. I'm gonna try that next time.
by getting rid of my agent and going with a different company with the exact same policy.
Mm.
For me, getting back to the AI thing, I use it for historical reference. So if I want to make a statement about something, but I want some background, I'll ask the AI about the specific topic, and it'll give me like really, really good information about what so I don't make any mistakes, like
Yeah, but half
years,
of that's made
dates.
up.
Yeah.
Uh, what's
It's
that?
hallucinations.
No, the AI is looking at the whole world of information that's out there
Yeah, but
instantaneously.
like they said, half the stuff on the internet
Yeah.
is bullshit.
Well,
But
so far,
even AI has a bias though, because of whoever put the information in.
Don't you
yeah.
think it's reached the
But no,
point
no, it
where,
isn't just one person. You were talking about the whole spectrum of people that
right?
are putting stuff in. So,
Yeah,
so
but don't you
they
think
cancel
it's
the
reached the
biases
point
cancel each
where
other out.
where AI is going out and looking up information on its own to
It's
answer your question?
instantaneous.
Well,
They
I
do it
guess
in
we'll
a
have to ask
nanosecond.
Hal about that.
Yeah.
Remember
That's
Hal
right.
started
Oh,
taking
yes.
over.
Right.
Yes, we know all about Hal.
Oh, Karen, I wanted to just make another suggestion. You were talking about creativity in the studio, all that. Um, and I don't know how it relates to textiles, but it may. But sometimes I just make parts, and then it frees me up to design. I make all these little pods and things, and so I get
That's
into this kind of Zen mode of that, and then I'm looking at everything around me, but I'm also moving forward because then I have these parts to design something.
yeah. I have been doing a project with a quilter in my area where we're putting my scraps together to make runners. And
Uh-huh.
it's actually been kind free because
Yeah.
these scraps are too valuable to throw away, but too small to do anything like a jacket with. But lo and behold, you put a quilter and a weaver together and a couple of coffee, and you all of a sudden you have these great ideas. And
That's
we sold a
fantastic.
couple runners, and I've been making these little hearts out of my fabric scraps and stuffing them. So they're very friendly little things to hold. Decorative object, yes,
Mhm.
but hand-woven fabric and interesting edges, and
Hmm.
it's been a no stress kind of project.
Hmm. That's
Um,
great. So it seems like you're because you originally you said you're a little stuck creatively and you're
I am.
exhausted
No,
from all your
it's
shows, but
it's the big
you're
stuff.
actually
It's the big
but
stuff.
that's
I
but
am
you can get
really
to the
worried about materials. I'm worried about, even though I won an award last year at St. Louis, I'm worried about what I need to bring this year.
Mhm.
Aren't those
Right.
happy dilemmas, right? Why am I worried about it? It's stress. It's in the stress adds up. And I want to be
Well,
in a place where I am happy to be creating and immersed in this next collection that I want to design. So I went to go get fabric, materials, and it just scares me to death.
right.
See the price increases.
Yep.
So I took this little research journey looking at yarn stores and stumbled on a brand new store in Portland, Oregon, mainly for knitters, but they had all these mill-ins from Italy. So these
Hmm.
are materials that I wouldn't see in my usual online web resources.
Right.
So I took the day and went up there just to see what she had. And
Hmm.
she's immigrated from Russian, born in Ukraine, moved to Portland to start a yarn store. Probably the worst time of the year to do that, but um, I was thrilled because I found things I don't get to see other places.
That's
And,
great.
and so I made a commitment, bought some materials, and I was happy.
Hmm.
I had
See,
my
that's the
stash.
thing. That's
Yeah,
the thing. Like it's necessity is the mother of invention, right? I mean,
yeah, yep,
we have to adapt. Like these new very thick settings I'm doing, but they're in silver instead of gold per
yes,
galleries.
yes,
Um, so there's so much out of our control, and I know that is stressful, but I think that if one thinks about that, and then say, okay, what can I control?
right.
And it might, you know, ease your mind a little bit because no matter what, you're still going to be making what you want to make. It just might not be what you thought.
Yeah, I'm looking for the core message that I feel about this year that should show up in the collection. And I think that's a little hard this year for me to find that core message. Um, I could do it during COVID, but doing it now is just like everything seems so destructive, and it's not. really
Doesn't
what I want to be
doesn't
doing.
everybody get burned out and
Oh,
have to get away from it?
I think it's a little bit more than burnout. I really
I think
do.
she's talking about the lack of control we have over our futures these days.
Yep.
Um, and we still have to make decisions and run our businesses.
And it's hard.
And so, this year I made the decision, I only did one show. I mean, I got a couple of rejections from really good shows. So, but it's been interesting. I actually really do like going to shows and I like the travel and I like
Mhm.
the change of
Yeah,
environment and all of that.
yeah.
But and I sell more at a show. I sell less here, but my expenses are $100 each time I do one of these
Mhm.
events.
Mhm.
And so it'll be interesting to run the numbers. I prefer a balance of the two because so there were certain times where we did probably 7 or 8 in a row, and it's like you're dying to be on the wait list by the time you do so many. Because if you're doing an event every single Saturday, Sunday's a recovery day because it's exhausting, and then I don't have to make work per week. I mean, I have plenty of stock, but I'm always working on new pieces, and I had a hard time for a while just getting into the mode of it. Um, I did like this summer more so, but it's sometimes good to have a free Saturday just so you could like have unscheduled, bulks of time
Mhm.
to, to really to think and come up with solutions you might need to and that kind of thing.
Well, I was entertaining the most serious thought of maybe it's time to quit. And not quite ready for that, but it kind of it's a question I have to ask.
Anything you do is the right answer. No, I'm serious.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, but I'm pretty committed to my studio.
Yeah, every time I think, God, I shouldn't be doing this anymore. I, but I like doing it. I I like interacting with people. I like seeing the artists that I see. It's really
Mhm.
fun. There's something about it. And especially when you get a great compliment or, it's an unexpected thing that somebody says, it's a really good
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
You
The,
know?
the problem is that our business is so many things is out of our control.
Mhm.
And now when you think throw more things that real life things happen, it makes it more difficult to concentrate on what you're doing. Because for example, if you have your electric bill last year was $100 and now this year is $200 and you have like a why I didn't change anything. There's some things that they affect you and you start wondering what else is going on. There's a lot of things that happening that we don't have no control whatsoever. They like it or not, it's affecting how we do things, how much we can do, and where you diverse your funds to it. I can tell you, even from the picture hanging, the hooks that I used to buy a year and a half ago for $13, now $20. And
Yep.
I don't see that going down anytime soon.
Yeah. You,
The last time I bought 22 karat gold, it was $2,100 a carat. Now it's actually just below 4,000, so it went
it
down. But I
doubled.
mean, that's like right, exactly. And so like I have at art fairs, I sell more quantity of work, and I tend to sell the bigger pieces. Here, people aren't expecting to see me, so I make some really nice sales. But there's a bracelet that I have where I haven't done the settings because again, I don't want to I use the gold for that. I'd rather use it for the pieces that I tend to sell more easily. And I hate to have to think that way, but I don't want to be stuck with so much stock. I'd rather sell things and have to make more. And
Me
so
too.
that's something that's kind of stifled me a little bit. Um, the materials, to drag.
the other thing that the shows, the city start charging more fees to the shows. Everything is put in the show is getting more and more expensive.
Hmm.
And sooner or later, even the booth fee doesn't count that much for the what it
It-
goes to the put in the show. They're going to have to raise the booth fee
Hmm.
because there's no way around it. So everything is getting expensive all the way around. I really, I got these installations going on, but I also thinking like, what other ways I can do sell my artwork that's not art show only.
Well, it's
And the
we take a
website
huge
doesn't give what?
we take such a huge risk, right? So we pay this booth fee, and obviously we don't want to just break even. And then, I mean, all things being equal, there's certain shows. It's like, okay, we know they're going to bring in a crowd. But like there are shows that I don't have not applied to because the booth fee is so high, and I thought I don't want to take the risk this year
Yeah,
on
risk
it, like a
reward.
2,000 booth fee.
Yeah.
And if I make $1,000 at home and have to go no anywhere, then I'm up. Where with a $2,000 booth fee, travel and lodging, you have to make so much more. And um, some in the past, I've been confident that it would just work out one way or another, but because we live in such unsettled times, I'm less likely to take these risks.
I don't know if it lowering the prices or selling cheaper items are going to make any difference because
No. Uh-uh.
I don't think that the people that are getting the hurt is the people that are going to be buying the cheaper stuff.
The people who are feeling the hurt, I mean, they're not buying my work, honestly. And um, so, there's, it costs money to just put the lights on in the studio or, wherever you work. And
Yeah.
so there's a base, right? I mean, the cost of living is high, right? I mean, um, and so, um, after doing this for 30 years, I could say, well, it always works out. But I do think that we're in unprecedented times. And so, hence my decision this year to just stay home. And I'm so lucky to have this local event. They're not even taking jewelers when they jury it in December. They're not taking jewelers this year because they want to keep the balance. They don't want it flooded with jewelers. But when I applied, they had room. And so, I mean, just all these little lucky things. And all I have to do is wake up hideously early, which is something I'm willing to do. Uh,
Then you should do
I don't have a
Howard Allen
choice.
shows.
I wake up early
mhm,
no matter if I want to or I don't want to.
Right. Me
mhm.
too. I get
Well,
up at
Unfortunately.
4:30 every morning.
Okay,
wow.
I don't get up that early, but I do wake up sometimes at 4:30.
Elvis gets me up. He's hungry.
Ah.
But then I go to bed at 7:30, so it balances out.
Yeah.
Unless I'm going to see music.
I like to stay up.
Ah, what do we get?
I just don't know.
Uh, hmm.
You next year is going to be interesting.
Hmm.
Uh,
Anything can happen. Like literally anything can
You
happen.
see, it's always interesting. There's always something
I don't think
forever.
you understand the times we're living in, Barry.
Excuse me, I understand it more than
Unprecedented.
most people. Don't tell me that because you don't know. You're making a statement and you have no idea what you're talking about. I definitely know what's
I'm
going on.
just stupid. What can I say? I'm
I
just
didn't
like
say that. Did I say that? No, you
why
just
are you
came to
getting
the
so mad?
conclusion
Just
about me,
what?
which you can't do.
Well, it just seems like you're in La La Land a little bit, and that's your choice,
I
and
think you're in
that's
La La
fine.
Land. So what?
My La La Land is like a living hell. What are you talking about? That's not La
Come
La Land.
on. Hey,
Trust me.
what are you
Trust me.
arguing about?
You don't have it as bad.
Come
Okay,
on,
fine.
stop
Whatever
it.
you want. Whatever you think. Whatever you
Listen,
think.
I know I don't have it. I know I don't have it that bad. Although last night, we had to call the police because somebody was shooting a gun up in the air, or a couple of people. So, it's like I mean, but the people who I see walking to the homeless shelter, believe me, I know they have it much worse than I do. So, there's no comparison. And I'm just saying that we live in unprecedented times. And so I don't think we can make the same expectations that we have in general.
I just think
That's just
right
my
now,
opinion.
my opinion is right now we are in a recession. Uh, Maybe a percentage of people would be fine on it. Hopefully that's our high-end clientele. But there's no doubt about it. The people are going through a hard time, and maybe we're dismissing them because we know our clientele, but things are not pretty. And when things
Right.
get people desperate, crimes goes up,
Hmm.
and that's being a natural progress of situation. And the thing that makes me sad about the whole situation is that some people are happy to suffer because the racial views about other people and make them feel it's worth it because these other people are hurting. Even they're hurting as
Right.
bad as them, which it doesn't make any
Right.
sense to me
No
right
logical
now.
sense, but I think well stated.
It's a lot of things going on that it's affecting everybody financially. A lot of people are going like I think that don't make no sense. People that I know they have money, they don't want to show that they have money, or they start to be more modest about it because they are concerned about the perception of other people going on. Things are not that they are. It's a lot of gray in a bad situation. I don't know how the shows are going to go next year. And this is the first time that I'm going, like, I'm praying to God that I'm going to go with a high end, all in kind of mentality, selling just big pieces, and hopefully it will work out. Because
Hmm.
I think that the people buying what was somebody told me the other day that I started laughing. Oh, we have to sell now just to the 5%ers. And I go like, dude, that's been going like that for the last 10 years.
Yes, you're right. I
What the hell
used
you talking about?
I used to sell to a lot of school teachers, particularly kindergarten teachers, because the kids always loved their earrings. And it's those customers I don't have anymore. You know.
Those days that you can sell 111 by 14, those years are gone.
Hmm.
I can't count on that.
Right.
Um, if I have a show where I'm selling a lot of small prints, that's not a good show for me. I make
Hmm.
profit. I might not lose money, but that's not a good show. That's not my crowd anymore.
Uh-huh.
So, because they get price shocked when they see the metal prints. And the thing that I see painters doing now, they're lowering the prices a lot to be able to sell, and I cannot lower my prices. I even asked today to ChatGPT what it should be the real price for 140 by 60 of mine.
Hmm. And
And the answer was $4,000 to $6,000 is an edition of 250. If it's an edition of 50, I should be charging between $8,000 to $10,000 per piece.
What
Wow.
if it was an edition of 10?
Oh, that would be even more, right?
Mhm.
I
So,
just
go ahead, sorry.
it's just funny because sometimes I sit down in the computer, I'm drinking my coffee, and I just start asking a question to the thing because I'm trying to figure out a business model, and I'm going like, holy cow.
So something I can't figure out, I've been offering $100 coupon over 1,000 if you spend over 1,000 and $50 if you spend under 500. No, wait, over 500, $100, under 500, $50. It's for my 30th year anniversary, and very few people have taken advantage of it. In fact, I had customers in my studio and I said, "Oh, do you want to use your coupon?" And they said no. And so I don't know, they have until December 31st to use it, but they chose not to use it. It's like I can't give away $100. It's really interesting. And there may be some like business reason for it, some explanation, but I find it fascinating.
I'm going to, I never have sales during Black Friday weekend, and I'm going to run a sale 35% off from Thursday to Monday, and I guarantee you I will not have one single sale.
Uh,
That's what,
okay, that's a lot. 35% off is a lot.
yeah, I'm going to run to see if it actually somebody actually takes the buy something.
Mhm. I've
And
done other events with groups also, like 20% off, and I might sell one thing, but it's not an appeal. I mean, people will buy my work. Uh, this is only for my email list. It's not for people I first meet. They have to sign up for my email list to get this offer. But I thought without traveling to so many shows, maybe that would stimulate sales, but I don't know.
how serious is about Facebook, right? When I look at the
Pardon?
list of Facebook, right? All the people that follow me in Facebook are mostly artists. When I go
Hmm.
to the space, it's very few clients. So I just going in my head, what is the point to advertise my work in Facebook if I just advertise it to my peers? They're not going to buy,
Hmm.
you know. So I was asking myself, what is the point of doing that? I'm trying to do Instagram again,
Hmm.
to do it one every other day. At
I
least
find Instagram is a wider net,
I
but
think so
uh, I
too.
but I don't make sales from Instagram. However, I'll see someone at a show saying, "Oh, I knew you were going to be here because I saw it on Instagram." So, um, it's just one of those things that you just put out there, I guess.
TikTok is back, but how in the hell are you going to make a video of your work? You know.
There
So
could be a quick video of you at a show,
mhm.
like just waving to the camera, um, something simple like that.
Yeah, with $100 bills in your hand.
Yeah, right.
You could set up a camera in your studio and
Yeah, but
shoot
what is there to see with a photographer, right?
Yeah,
the photographer. Sell your personality.
Your kitty. Cats
Oh, the
always attract
kitties.
people.
That's
Yep.
right. Yeah,
You're
exactly.
right. Yeah, good idea.
The cats and you. Everybody loves cats,
Right.
and they can tell that you have a really good relationship with your cats. It's a plus. Meanwhile, my laptop pooped out, and it's plugged in, but I'm not getting any power, so I had to get back on with my phone. I didn't want anybody thinking I just got off just to get off.
So that's why the picture is blurry.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just, you know,
Smudge on the lens.
I'm just surviving.
oh my goodness.
Meanwhile, I don't know why you have it plugged in. It should actually turn on. So I hope I don't need a new battery for my laptop.
I just happy that I got 4 days that I have to take care of. No, I like that. I got 3 days off with no mom this week.
Congratulations.
She's coming back from France today, and I never been so happy to have my sister back in town.
Nice. Oscar, did you get any shows lately?
The schedule is pretty much set. Mardi Gras waitlisted me, so I'm going to be doing the one with Paragon instead, which I was kind of prepared for that already. I don't know Boca yet.
But Mardi Gras, what's their problem?
I don't know anymore. You know, I just don't care anymore. I'm to the point that when I'm down there, I need to do a show every weekend, no matter what, because I don't got installation. So the blessing is that I don't have to pay the booth fee right now.
Yeah, I get it.
Naples shows that came out so far. I'm doing all those Naples shows. I know I'm in all the Bonita shows already that apply. I'm in all the Paragon shows already. So the only one that I need to wait is Mainsail and Boca Raton Museum. But I'm pretty, it might not be, I might not have a 5-figure show this Florida trip, but, if I can make $5,000-$6,000 a show, I will be happy with that.
Would you rather do Mardi Gras or the Paragon show?
I would rather do the Mardi Gras show, but Paragon might open me to a different market, Is
that in Sarasota?
No, the one that Sarasota is always a good show. I'm going to tell you, the Sarasota shows, I'm doing the March one. Those are much better than people give credit to.
I did well there. I liked it.
So St. Peter's the one they're going to do instead of Fort Myers. And then I'm doing Sarasota instead of Gasparilla, which is not a big surprise. I knew that I was going to get rejected from Winter Park, but that's not a big shock.
What happened with Winter Park?
I got rejected like I always do. The only time I got in is with the black and white photography.
I didn't even apply.
And then and I just waiting for Mainsail, and that will finish the season. So right now I got Naples, Bonita, Naples Invitational, Lakewood Ranch with Paragon, hopefully Boca Museum, St. Pete, a show with Paragon, most likely, Naples National, Sarasota, Bonita 3. I don't know what I got after that. Then most likely Naples downtown and then Mainsail, and I'm done. And I probably don't come back after. I might not come back after that. If I get to Darkwood, I most likely won't come back to Chicago I do Darkwood or Fort Bridges. So I might be out of town until end of April. If it goes the way I'm thinking. Which it would suck for my cats, but oh well. No, I'm most likely when I get to Atlanta, I might just go back and forward to the shows and just back home. So
You should take pictures of your cats.
Oh
Photograph.
no.
Cat
I
photo.
just want. We'll see what happens. I might be back in April anyhow. I might just come back for Easter and then go down to Atlanta. But I think in the smart thing will be to do Atlanta, stay there for the week, and then do Fort Bridges, and then come home. But then I need to go to Knoxville, Tennessee. So anyhow, at some point I want that to come home in April. But it could be a good schedule, you know. So, but I don't know how things going to go. So we see. I just don't want to. I just would like to know what the hell I'm doing wrong, or what the hell.
You're not doing anything wrong.
It's just that it feels like every time you improve, they move the ball back, and it brings back experience.
You're not doing anything wrong. Your work is better than it's ever been, and you know, and the people that are judging it are not knowledgeable enough to know that.
Hey guys, thank you very much. I'll try to join again soon.
Hey, Larry,
Take care.
Yeah.
Oh, good luck.
do you want me to add you to the list? I send out a reminder email every Tuesday morning.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I just saw it on Facebook.
I know, I
so
posted it to the Facebook group.
yeah, I saw it there, but yeah, go ahead and put me on the list.
Okay.
Do you have my email?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, okay, good. All right,
Good
thank you
luck
very much.
at good luck at La Quinta. I hope it goes
Thank
well.
you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
You'll do
All
well.
right. All right, thank you. See you in a week or so.
Oscar, your images, you have a beautiful set, and you know there's a point where I mean, I know you always look and what can I do better and all of that, but I mean, I know people that like have been on magazine covers and this and that, and they, you know, never got into certain shows, so they instead teach more or whatever the case may be. So, you know, I think there are certain things we're never going to know.
I know. I don't feel. I don't have no doubt that my work is good. It's just like I got to the point that I'm going like, this is the best I can do. If I don't get in, I don't get in. I don't care anymore.
Hey,
Right.
I'm going to tell you something. The last couple of years, I've gotten rejected from all the good shows except for Coconut Grove for some reason. And so this year I'm thinking, should I stress? Should I have new images? Should I do? I thought, no, I believe in these images. We always made jokes at Larry, hey, Larry did my images and now I'm not getting in anything, which was, it was just a joke. I didn't really mean that. But I thought, I believe in these images. I believe in my work. I'm going to apply with these images. And this year I'm getting in with the same work. There's no constant, and it has nothing to do. You're not getting in or getting in. It has nothing to do with the quality of your work.
I know. I feel good about my work, and I don't feel like I'm putting crap. Even when I'm doing the upgrading my website, and I look at my old work and look at my new work, and I go like, it's night and day, So.
Hey, you're just not one of the cool kids.
No, I just think that it's because I do.
I love that.
I really think it's because I do metal prints, and people have this idea that it's commercial work, but
it's not commercial work. Hey, listen, that's ridiculous. I see it. I look at photographs.
It is ridiculous.
I go to I see photography at art shows, art fairs, and I go, that's so commercial. Like there's so much of it that's commercial. Your work's not commercial. You actually have a concept that you have to execute a little more difficult, and you're doing it. Maybe you're making it look too easy, which is good. Which, if it was ceramics and we're in Japan, that's like a positive. You want to make it look effortless. So,
I don't know. It's just, but I'm happy where I am. I think that I've done everything. These 2 weeks that my sister was in France working, I managed to do a lot of things in the website. I play a lot with the AI. And it was good. I'm really happy with everything that I've done. So I kind of be uh, like Millie told me, you can do everything right, Oscar, everything perfect, and you can still fail. So don't be so harsh on. Sometimes things don't work out. That's all. That's called life.
It's unfortunate that it's out of our control, that these other people are determining how much money we make. And I've always hated that.
We'll see what happens. Hey, Karen's still there?
I'm still here.
When is going to be high desert?
What's that?
What weekend is going to be high desert?
Oh, I don't know. It's still in
It's right
August.
before Labor Day.
It's right
right?
before Labor Day.
Yeah.
I'll look at the calendar here and give you a date. Mm.
Oh,
All right.
It's viewed
It's August 28, 29, and 30. Is that right? I think so. That may not be right. I have it.
Well,
I might
Oscar,
have
you,
messed
you
up on
could
my calendar.
you
I'll
could
let
just
you
look
know.
at Labor Day. You could just look at Labor Day, and it's the
Yep.
weekend right before it, the Friday through Sunday.
Right, it is. And then the next weekend is Art in the Pearl, which is Labor Day weekend. Yeah,
That
I
might-
need to straighten out my calendar.
So I need to wait when Lexington come out because right now it's Crescent View and Park City are different weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can come back home and do Lexington and Brighton again, and if I'm lucky enough, then I will make the trip to your show if I get in. And
Well,
out
if you come out this far, the two to be lining up would be Art in the High Desert and Art in the Pearl. And then, of
Yeah,
course,
that's
some
what-
people would apply for Park City as well.
Karen, did they use the dorms again this past year?
They did.
That's great. The Oscar, the dorms, it's like the best.
Yeah.
It's very cheap, and those dorms were gorgeous, super clean.
They
A
were better
kitchen on
than
every
most
floor.
hotels I stayed in, and it was nice that
Yes.
we're all in one building. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was. There was parking that made it easy too.
Huge parking, yeah.
We're going to be working on all those details starting tomorrow. So
Really?
you'll be hearing more. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
The lodging in Bend, there's not that much of it, and it's very expensive.
Mhm.
And so the dorms are just a wonderful option. And a mile, I think it's just a mile to the show. Like great location, all of that.
Okay, it looks like Art in the Pearl is August 30 through September 1. Yeah, I got Art in the Pearl in the wrong place. Okay, we'll move that one. Well, we'll get that figured out. Thanks for reminding me.
I just looking because already the apps all the way to at least to the shows that I really want to do, they're all open all the way to August already.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was just creeping out on that one.
Yeah, we have a board meeting coming up in a week, and so some of our news will be coming out very soon.
we might get a show in Grand Rapids going on the first weekend of June. We just need to get the permits now.
Oh, yeah, I kind of saw something about that.
Yeah, it's going to be a boutique show because the space only allows 90 artists,
Ah,
which it might be a good thing because I don't know how many people go to the show year after year.
what time of year is
So
that show? Did you say?
June.
it's the weekend before Old Town.
No, wait. Hey,
Ah, okay.
hey, Oscar,
Yeah,
I got a note yesterday asking me what I thought was the best date for that show. So, according to that email, the date hasn't been decided.
decided today. It's, because the second weekend is to get Columbus
Too many
Lakefront.
shows.
Too many shows. They're going to pull out too many artists
Does anyone know why Lakefront keeps ending up on the same weekend as Old Town?
because they do it the third weekend of the year, and it's not based. That's what I was trying to explain that to people. There's some shows the third weekend of the month, regardless if it's the full first weekend or not. 57th Street does the first full weekend. Old Town does the second full weekend. So say that the first weekend of June is only one day, that doesn't count for the schedule for them.
Got it.
So that's why you run into that problem.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that I think there's going to next year. The show's schedule is going to be interesting. There's a lot of shows that used to be on top of each other. It's not happening this next year. So it's going to be interesting. It feels like a leap year. So, which is great because there's more options for me. Because not everybody can do all the shows.
Right. It's just that if you're driving from a distance, it's nice to have more than one show.
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
you know.
See, I don't have a problem with Old Town and Lakefront on the same weekend because not everybody who's deserving gets in to the preferred show. So to have two of them, it makes it easier to do a good show, as opposed to having them a week apart and then the same people get into both shows,
Yeah.
which was a controversy for St. Louis and Kansas City. People were complaining about that. So I like the fact that there'd be more than one good show on one weekend.
I don't have a problem with that. It's always been Columbus or Old Town. But the thing is, like, people. This is the thing. Columbus is a volume show. Old Town is a high-end show. So you know, if you never want to, and the type of artist it brings to both shows is totally different.
Well,
So
but also I've had customers go to Old Town and then because the proximity is so close, go to Lakefront also.
Yeah,
yeah,
I know people that do that also.
Or
But if
go
you can
to
only
Wells Street.
Wall Street also.
No, thanks you.
Mhm.
I mean the Wells Street Beer Festival?
I had one of my best 2-day shows ever there.
Yeah, it has changed a lot, Barry. It's actually I'm going to apply this year. The only thing that sucks is the setup is on Saturday morning.
Well, that rules me out.
Yeah. But that's the only part that sucks about that show.
So does Grand Rapids
What? What you said, Allison?
the Grand Rapids show, is that going to be like a whole weekend or
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a Saturday, Sunday show. I don't know if they're going to do Friday night setup, but I don't know. That part we're not got that far because we need to get the permits, and it's up to the
Right.
city which weekend's going to be really. And
So it's possible, so it might be a Saturday morning setup then, is that what you're saying?
no, it will be a Friday night setup.
Uh,
It's going to be 3 days. Or is it going to be like Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday?
I hope not, because quite honest with you, I didn't even like the Friday setup because even the staff from the show on Saturday morning, they are crabby because they didn't sleep well because they stayed there with the setup until 10 or 11 o'clock at night. Then they get home, and then they have to be the next day in the morning. They have to be in the show at 6 o'clock in the morning. So even I want to be doing that.
Think about how weird that is. You drive all this way, you go, you get there, you set up late into the night, and then you have to be fresh the next morning. And they're complaining because they have to do this thing.
Yeah. They
And
don't complain, but you can tell that they know, because they know better. But you can tell that they're not happy. At least that's the thing that I noticed with them. And it's not just one show that I do with them. I've seen them enough to be able to tell. But most of the time, it's not their choice. It's whatever the city allows them to do or the chamber allows them to do.
right.
well, I'm
I learned a lot this year. I have to tell you with them. I really, really learned a lot.
well, I'm not doing it because I do this little show in Midland, Michigan, and I built up a clientele. And surprisingly, I do fine. I would do just as well there as I would at Grand Rapids, unless Grand Rapids turns out to be blockbuster.
Yeah, but
I just-
aren't you moving?
Say what?
Aren't you moving from there?
Hey, I I have 60 days. I have to move within the next 60 days.
Uh,
For real?
Out of my out of Marquette, Michigan, or another place in Marquette, or uh, downstate, or anywhere in the country. The problem is my situation now is so inexpensive that it's going to cost me a lot more to move. But hey, I'll do it.
I don't think you have a choice.
I don't have a choice. And the best thing about it is that I had saved all this crap, all this stuff, and I threw away so much stuff. And actually, I like my studio now. You can actually move around in it. You can do stuff.
Is there any town in Michigan that's cheap enough that you can find something really dirt cheap? Very.
You'd be surprised. It's not that way. It's as expensive to live here as it is in Chicago. Well, certain things like housing. I'm just saying housing.
Yeah, but I wonder if you go to central Michigan, up and down, right? Not so close to Ann Arbor, not so close to Marquette, like in the middle, the sweet spot. It might not be a place that I can live myself, but maybe you can.
Excuse me. I'm Jewish. There's like I'm going to live among the Ku Klux Klan or the anti-Semites. I don't think so. I don't think it's easier. Just saying.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go, but
Yeah,
it's
I know.
nice to
This
see
is
everybody.
Yeah,
gone
nice
on.
seeing you, Karen.
Nice seeing you, Karen.
Yeah, nice seeing you, Karen.
I hope you're doing well, all of you. Thanks for your
good
support.
luck. Good luck with everything coming up.
It'll take luck and hard work as usual, Allison.
Mhm.
Take a
Yeah.
vacation. Go on a trip.
got a show next weekend.
Ask ChatGPT what you should do.
Oh, this is kind of big news on my calendar. I actually took 2 solid days off and went for a
Wow.
drive down the coast with my husband, and
Not
I
enough.
didn't think about everything, just hanging out. Anyway,
That's
off
great.
we go.
What a novelty.
For us, yes. All right, bye now.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
For many
All
of
right.
us.
Bye, everybody. It's been 2
All right.
hours.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's dark
Okay.
outside here.
Thanks,
Bye.
Larry.
All right.
Later.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.